How many times can you reuse the same coffee grounds? We're going to find out today on the lab. So you already have one dosage of coffee ready to go here because we're prepared. We're going to brew this one, do a normal, we did a 21 gram coffee. We're going to do a normal brew, let it sit for maybe an hour, come back, rebrew it, see how it tastes. If that's not terrible, we're going to do it until it is terrible. I'm expecting it's going to be about the third time that it's going to taste terrible. Now, the whole concept behind this video is, let's say you're out of coffee. You made coffee yesterday and you're like, I'm absolutely desperate, beyond desperate. Can I reuse coffee grounds? Am I going to suggest doing this at all ever? Obviously not. But for the purpose of science, we're going to test it out and see how bad it is. Because it's probably going to be bad. I'm just picturing an old diner. They just keep hitting that brew button. They're not dumping out the coffee each day. They just come in, hit brew, add more, hit brew. That's what I'm picturing. Again, wouldn't suggest that. All right, our pour over's drained out and finished. I'm going to go drink this coffee and be back in an hour. Old habit is wanting me to just straight dump these into the trash. It's like weird keeping it there. We're back. Been about an hour. Still working on my coffee, but these grounds are cold. Our water's heated up. We're just going to do a straight second full pour over, 350 grams. Now, I know a lot of people will say that brewing tea twice is actually better, which obviously tea is a different thing than coffee, but curious to see if this has similar effects, if it's going to taste different when we brew it again a second time, or if it's just going to be super weak and watery and stale. We're going to see pretty fast, just by the color down here, if our coffee is spent and fully extracted. This is already draining so slow. I'm going to really splash the coffee, try and get some vortex going and see if that gets us some water flow here, because this is going slow. The problem with wet, old used coffee grounds is that they stick together and they lose the coarseness, and not coarseness. They're wet. They're not going to move around as much. So I have a feeling this is going to brew terribly. Yeah, we're going to be sitting here for a while. Well, in the meantime, if you've ever brewed coffee more than once, drop it in the comments below and let us know how it went. Our color down here in this brew, it's thinner, but it's not looking absolutely terrible. I might go grab a spoon and try and stir this up, see if we can get some more water flow. All right, let's see if this is going to help things here. That's just a weird sludge. We're getting a little more water flow here. That's kind of working. We're not going to do a spouto here. We're just going to do a straight pour in and try and get a vortex going. We're using our house blend today too, just for a neutral standard cup. We're just going to keep stirring this and try and get some water flow. I think all these wet coffee grounds are just sitting at the bottom, clogging up the water flow. I think it's a little bit okay that the water sitting here for longer, it's going to pull more out of the coffee, but this is going to take 10 minutes. All right, I'm just going to fill this up straight up to the end and we're just going to let it sit here and filter out for 10 minutes. Sometimes I don't know why coffee takes so long to filter out. It's the same water, it's the same grounds, but just certain ways. Even if I'm agitating it, it still doesn't want to go through the filter. I don't really know why that's the thing. Okay, I'm not saying this is going to be good, but judging by the color, I don't think it's going to be bad. So let's just see. It's definitely thinner, for sure. Actually, it looks streaky. It's weird. I'll give it a swirl. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see, it almost looks like black tea consistency. It's not nearly as dark as normal coffee. I mean, it's weak. It's definitely weak. I don't know if I hate it. It almost turns tea-like. It almost adds some smoothness. It gets rid of some of the bitterness that you can get naturally with coffee. Obviously, the flavor's not as strong, but I don't think it's honestly that bad. It literally almost feels like I brewed a bag of tea. was like coffee. It's like that level of thickness, of body, of flavor. It's honestly, it's not bad. It's a little bit more refreshing than normal coffee. Do I ever see a reason to do this? Probably not. I don't think we're even going to mess with doing it a third time because it's probably just going to be straight water. That took like 12 minutes. So that third brew is probably going to take 40 minutes. How many times can you reuse coffee grounds? I'm going to say 2. This is drinkable, especially if you're really desperate, but I wouldn't suggest more than that. And I wouldn't do this unless you had no other choice.